Maybe it's a day that you need support, or maybe it's a day that you fell short. It could be a time that you need some strength. Things coming at you and you need a fence.
Welcome to Igniting Pathways. I want to share with you. I was driving in a long expressway, and time again, I look into the mirror. And as I look into the mirror, I turn back and I look at the expressway. I pay attention on the road. Then I look up, the mirror stares at me again. Or I'm staring at myself in the mirror again. Then the question in my head starts to form. Who am I? What do I mean to myself? Who are you? If you were to speak in front of a crowd and they were to ask you the question, who are you? What would I answer? I turn back and look at the expressway. Then I look back at the mirror again. Are you confident in yourself? When you look at yourself, are you confident in yourself? So I ask you and all that are tuned in and listening, when you look at the mirror, what do you see? Or what do you say to yourself? Do you ask yourself the same type of questions? Do you try to figure out who you are? Do you doubt yourself? Do you not believe in yourself? I think it's interesting how when we can look at the clothes or the jewelry that we put on, we could be like, oh, I look good. I look good today, or I feel fine, or we're ready to just take on whatever we could take on with our clothes because it matches or thing is. But it's funny how we don't have that same inspiration or that same type of drive when it comes to our self-confidence or when it comes to us not doubting ourselves. So the question is, what's stopping you or what's making you doubt? Are you really scared of the challenges that the mirror brings you? Or are you scared of the challenges that you bring yourself? How do you ignite yourself? How do you push yourself? How do you not let that mirror tell you something different than you already know? Because the truth of it is, the mirror is yourself. It's you. It's you and your thoughts. It's what you correspond to yourself about. It's what you perceive yourself to be. Who do you perceive yourself to be? Who do you want you to be other than yourself? You should take value and you should take love in yourself because you are the only one that can do what's best. You are the only one that can do it the way you do it. Because if you don't even look at yourself as a motivator or a confident or somebody that could push forward, if you're not saying to yourself that I am a person, a hard worker, a confident person, an achiever, one that aims for success, then you're fooling yourself. Then you don't see yourself for the true value and the true importance that you bring to yourself. Not only focusing what other people say to you, or is that the thing where it is just what other people say that you take in? It's curious. Why do we trick ourselves that way? Why do we want to trick ourselves that way? Why do we allow ourself versus the mirror to fool ourselves? Like the mirror is an actual real person. It's just you corresponding to yourself. And if you're not filled with, if you're not the one that takes joy in that and takes joy in yourself, then let's talk about it. Why? Why don't you take joy in yourself? Now, just now, when I just said take joy in yourself, what ran through your mind? Was it all of the negatives immediately you went to? Well, what are the 5 positives that you could say about yourself? If you can't find 5 positives, well, go find 5 positives thing to say. Write it down and keep it. And that's what you say when you look into the mirror. Those 5 positive things, that's what you say in the mirror. That's every time you take a long drive and every time you look. That's what you say when you look into the mirror. Because you should say when your eyes is fixed upon that mirror that this is me. I am a hard worker. I am an achiever. I am someone that aims for success and I am going. And I'm the one that values myself in life because I am wonderfully and beautifully made. And I will tell myself that each and every time because I know I was created beautiful and wonderfully made. No one else can tell me that. Now, it doesn't hurt to hear it a couple of times from other people, but those are not the main I want to hear it from. It's myself. It's every time I stare at a reflection, or anytime I go for a speech, or anytime I go at a job and I have to do a conference or I'm doing a meeting. I'm telling myself that this is what I worked hard for. This is who I am. This is the person that I am. Because I do have the courage. I do have what it takes. I push myself to be here in this position. And no one else can tell me different. No one else can convince me different. Because I know my value. I know my self-worth. I know me. Because it's me. And I can have this perception about myself all the time because that is me. This means I was created to be an achiever. I was created to push forward. I'm a fighter. I'm a person that moves. I'm a driver. I'm a person that accomplishes things. I'm a motivator, a lifter. And the most important and most special, I'm a riser. So I don't want any position or place that you think that you are to think that you can't be a riser. And if you're a person that in the mirror you look at yourself and you say, well, I don't have that problem. I don't think about it. I don't care. Well, I say do the next best thing. You teach somebody else. You go and you be that motivation for somebody else. You go and you show that person how you have that strength to do that and how you can do that. Because that's a talent and you're special for that. But for ourselves, that struggles with it, that doubts, well, we need to ignite ourselves to no longer doubt. We need to change and we need to improve. We need to get to a place where we're better. We need to get a sense of where we're at, who we are, and our place in life. Because there is a place for you in life. And that's being you. Because there's no one like you. There's only you. And it's special to have you there. So when you look into the mirror, hopefully next time, or you decide you want to go practice on your own, I hope when you look into there, when you face that mirror, you perceive yourself to be somebody that's stronger, somebody that's achiever, hard worker. And just like I did when I looked at myself, you can define yourself, who you are. And those are the keys to helping you achieve whatever dream you want to achieve. Those are the goals that helps you drive through the goals that you want to achieve in your life. Because if you're not even confident in strength within yourself to push for the goals, then guess what? You're not going to accomplish them. You're not going to be a person that gets there, because you're always going to be there stuck in doubting. And sometimes the first step is facing yourself. And the most place where we face ourselves is in the mirror. Because that's the time that we stare at ourselves the most. Whether it's looking at our hair, looking to see if everything's okay. So, how would you change yourself today? How, when you look, it's going to be something different. It's not going to be something of the same. I will always tell you, remember, igniting yourself is not a dream, but it's a passion. I hope you stay in tune and follow me and listen for some more. Remember, you can follow me on all social platforms and check out my website, www.ignitingpathways.org. Stay tuned and thank you. And again, you are a hard worker, an achiever, a riser, a person aimed for success. So let yourself blossom. If not, let's talk about it.
Hi, Drew.